Who's this guy on the top right?
Welcome back, you ridiculously smart and good-looking Diablo 4 super fans.
Oh hell yeah!
Before I start this next video, I wanted to let you know I'm listening, just like the Diablo team is listening to you.
This was the guy that made why Diablo 4 players hate Last Epoch.
Diablo team is listening to you. You wanted more videos, but I have been too busy playing the recent Diablo 4 patch. Just look at all this content. So freaking awesome.
Took like 1 hour, man, to unlock. For some people it was 10 minutes to be done with the Luna event, man. 10 minutes.
I didn't even think it was possible for them to outdo themselves after the last patch, where they removed the importance of trap mechanics in a season featuring trap mechanics.
Just ignore them.
A bold move and a brilliant idea. I'd be clapping out loud for you, but I don't want to make it any harder for you to hear us.
This guy just keeps pumping. Look at his 400
Y'all
rolls
know
of water.
you're listening. Alright, before I get ahead of myself, I wanted to come clean. I was planning to come.
Dude, this guy is so smart, man. Look at this. Look at this skill point attribution, man. He just puts all of the points in. Phew, this is next level.
Come out with a second video with even more examples of how Diablo 4 completely
puts them
decimates
all
Last
in.
Epoch in every aspect imaginable. But when considering the genius of even your average Diablo 4 enjoyer, I knew that video wouldn't work, as it just wouldn't have been as good. And I wouldn't do that to you Diablo 4 aficionados. I could never just pump out a new version of the same content and say, it's better, when it so obviously isn't.
Oh, no,
I couldn't
Diablo
use your
Immortal.
nostalgia of the past to leverage a new game. I mean, video that I just half-assed with obvious issues that I could have taken more time to fix. But who has time for that?
Subscribe,
and just
boys.
released it anyway? So what I'll be doing, instead of a Last Epoch video, which are coming in the future, you can trust me on that, just like you trusted the Diablo team on their ladder system timeline. So I wanted this video
The gauntlet, April 1st, guys. April 1st, we finally will get the gauntlet in the game. I hope.
to be a thank you to all those who are watching
Must be the right
and
date.
completely
April Fool's
100% agree that Diablo 4 is the single best game ever made. Even though it's obvious how many adoring fans of Diablo 4 there are, I was more surprised by my last video's success than even the Diablo 4 developers were by how elemental resistances work in their own game. I really do appreciate all those who have
Guy's
subscribed,
pumping.
and I want everyone to know my goal of making enough to purchase the $70 D4 expansion was just met, and I was going to ride off into the night and call it quits. But then I heard some sage advice. And I know after this year's experience playing this absolute gem of a game, I can't wait to dish out another $70 for the expansion.
Only 70? Oh, he's not gonna buy the deluxe edition.
Hey,
What a
you're gonna
broke
pay 100.
bitch.
Which got me thinking, am I a broke bitch? And would Blizzard be so generous to us Diablo 4 fans to create a deluxe edition of the expansion?
Okay, so this is going to be the most heavy sarcasm video of all time. I see what's going on. Okay, all
I'm not
right.
going to enjoy myself unless the
It's
game
okay.
is at least $70. And
True.
$65 gets you the horse, guys.
$100 early access version? Like, come on, guys. Are you even trying here? And get this, they're going to keep...
Well, there's an early access version. It's just you get early access if you just buy the game. You don't have to pay another, what is it, $1 million for the 3-day early access. Like, I guarantee you the expansion to D4 is going to have early access.
Oh my freaking god. Early access is the most prestigious badge of honor fathomable. Where we...
Yeah, I mean, early access, I guess it makes sense. Like, late 2024 for the Vessel of Hatred? I don't know, probably like 3 days head start again for like extra $30. Sounds pretty reasonable for them to do. Yeah, I don't really like, I'm a big fan of the early access stuff, but it works, man. Like, people buy that stuff. So if you want to make money, you do this early access stuff. Like, yeah. It's not that great for the gamers, though. Not for great for us.
We can get on our high horse and tell all the broke boys.
There it is, guys. $64. Just don't buy it if you care.
Look at me, bitch. I am playing and you aren't. And I am sure those of you who know people playing that stupid $35 Last Epoch game already know it's for poor people. It's only $35 for the full game. What a stupid number, am I right?
Yeah, how dare they make it so cheap, man? You don't know about inflation? Hello?
Everyone knows of a game.
Yeah, exactly, man. What this guy said. You don't know about inflation? What is this? You don't know about inflation? Hello?
Everyone knows if a game isn't like at least $100, it's a shit game. Okay, everyone knows
Facts,
that's
man,
a
by
fact.
Quinn.
It is a fact.
He would never troll, man. $100 minimum, guys.
But tell them anyway, because they need to know
Minimum.
how freaking cool you are, and that you got to play Diablo 4 early, and how stupid they are for spending $35 on Last Epoch, when they could have spent it on something that matters, like the new $30 portal skin colors. Or
you
for
get
the
one. You get one on every class, yes. You think it's like all these portals, but no, you get one on your class. Man.
For the price of almost 2 Last Epochs, this $65 mount. Which in my opinion is a perfect example showcasing that Blizzard knows exactly what we want and that they are listening. Thank you Diablo 4 developers for allocating resources to things like this, and more importantly, thank you all so much for commenting and reacting, and recording yourself reacting. Speaking
yeah,
of which,
man.
here are some of my favorite Diablo 4 hype moments from
I don't really know if you know, the development time.
Finally, thank you all so
If the development time they put into like making this horse or something, like I don't think it takes away from the actual, you know, developer time. Like this horse is some art designer team that makes this, and then there's a separate team that develops the game, right? So I mean, they will allocate some resources, but I don't think it's gonna, like, you know, take away, because this horse is probably gonna, you know, make them more money than it costs to develop. So if they don't put out all the money into shareholders' hands, they're actually getting more resources out of it, right? Like, at least that's what we're hoping for.
showcasing that Blizzard knows exactly what we want and that they are listening. Thank you Diablo 4 developers for allocating resources to things like this, and more importantly, thank you all so much for commenting and reacting.
Look at the inventory, man. No, we need a loot filter, please. Man, the entire inventory is just filled.
You all so much.
It already demotivates me just seeing this inventory. Oh, man, I've been there many times, man. It's like all 925. Like, bro, you play the run, 2 minutes run, and then you play 3 minutes at the stash, just trying to figure out which item is better or not.
For commenting and reacting, and recording yourself reacting. Speaking of which, here are some of my favorite Diablo 4 hype moments from other creators' reactions that truly show that we are all here because we absolutely love Diablo 4, the best game ever made.
Man, his voice is just perfect for this. Like, his voice is like 11 out of 10, man.
Diablo 4 is actually the first quadruple A game.
Yeah, that's Fireball in Diablo 4, man. Literally, you have one choice. You go left or you go right. That's it.
We can either do more damage with Fireball, or over here, we can do more crit damage with Fireball. Thank you, Blizzard, for giving us what we want.
It's so bad!
He probably meant badass. Am I right, completely unedited Riker?
I've been saying for years the Diablo 4 skill tree has my favorite active skill system of any action RPG ever.
Yeah, that's more like it. And to really drive the point home,
He just goes with 5 points in each basic skill. This guy's a giga chat, man. He knows what it's doing. The real 5-head strategy.
give us your best quote on why the Diablo 4 skill tree is so awesome.
The fact that it's just 2 options, isn't by itself terrible.
I mean, anything's better than that stupid Last Epoch skill tree.
It's not terrible, yeah?
At this abomination of a
Yeah, it's like, look at it, bro. It doesn't even fit together. Like, it was just confusing. Like, what the... like,
It's
what
confusing.
if you go this way and then you want to go that...
Fuck yeah. Here it's simple, man. You go left or you go right. And here, like, what the hell is this?
that way. Like, what are you going to do? Like, it's just... Oh my god.
Like having a system that locks skill points behind finding over 150 random statues.
Or putting barricades in the game that then you have to make the horse break through.
Yeah, dude, you can only hold one of those stones, of those idols. Like, that is stupid. Like, it really is. Yeah. I'm like a bar, man. I'm carrying like 4 weapons. Can I not carry 4 stones?
I don't think there's anything
I'm too weak, man. 4 weapons is fine, but 4 stones, man? Are you crazy?
wrong with D4's current crafting system. It's just, there's not much to it.
In our exquisite game, Diablo 4, we can choose one stat to re-roll where it gives you a random new stat. Yes, I too reacted like this when I first saw Diablo 4's crafting system, filled with unbridled joy, and relieved that I can no longer see what stat I can roll into like we had in Diablo 3.
This is actually a really good feedback video. I mean, he touches on so many points. Yes, they are funny, but they are funny because, like, many of them are so true. Like, this is like obvious things that the game really needs to improve on long term, man. I mean, it is funny because it's true, you know, in some ways. Don't get me wrong, man. I like the core game. I like the feeling of the game, the graphics, but some of these systems, man, like this thing here, I don't know why it didn't launch like that, man. It just felt so rushed, man. Maybe they should have taken an extra half a year of getting the game really ready and getting these like core features in the game, man.
And when they took some time off from making reskin horses and brought it back, I knew they were listening.
The good thing about Diablo 4 is that, like, if you want to kill Duriel, you have to kill 2 other guys and then you kill Duriel. And then after you do that, if you want to kill Duriel again, you kill the other 2 guys again, then you kill Duriel again.
And then you kill Duriel some more, and then when you're done killing Duriel, you kill him again and again.
When you're doing a dungeon in Diablo 4, there's no greater purpose to it. It's just a means to an end.
No, that's not true. We have more than 6 tabs. We actually have 6 tabs times as many players as there are in the game because we load everyone's stash tabs. I mean, it's communism by stash tabs. Your stash tabs are my stash tabs, comrade.
It's communism, man. We're just all caring about each other. Your stash tabs are my stash tabs. We all share, man. So you're like 50% playing the game and 50% just looking at loot, trying to decide what is better. There's a very funny video by Cardboard Animations, man. What? Damage on Tuesdays or damage on Wednesdays? Which one do I pick?
Most meaningful moments I've ever had in Diablo were just me staring at my items in my stash, or even inventory, deciding if I should keep a weapon with more damage to healthy enemies, or another weapon with more damage to slowed enemies.
And that's really what the game is all about right there. That's what it's all about.
Pre-purchase now. Get up to 4 days early access. Oh man.
The sarcasm meter is
This is funny, man. I mean, like, you know, I don't like D4 bad, but like these kind of things is like there's definitely some constructive criticism here. I mean, these points are so funny because they're true, man. And it would not be rocket science to improve these, right? Like the developers and the team at the Diablo 4 can definitely take some of this, you know, feedback, comedy feedback, but it's actually true, man.
completely off the rails on this video, admittedly, and it's going to piss a ton of people off, and I love it.
The original video was made by
I love it.
Frosty LaRue.
Shout out to Frosty LaRue, man.
Hell
Grande
yeah.
este tío, Frosty LaRue.
Frosty Laro. I guess he makes a lot of
Frosty
Last Epoch
Laro.
videos. Let me go and double check.
Valero.
I actually don't have
Here's
that
the
many
video,
for now.
friends.
I have a level 5 tier list and my last video on why Diablo 4 fans hate Last Epoch. But I really do plan
Good
on
content.
making more Last Epoch videos very soon. Well, it has been one hell of a time since the release of Diablo 4, but I think I'm done beating this dead horse, at least for now. But with the release of their leader
I'm sure he'll be back for the expansion.
Gauntlet system, itemization 2.0, and of course, their expansion, I am sure it will all go flawlessly. Am I right, Diablo 4 superfans? Anyway, thank you all for watching my videos, and I really do appreciate it.
Man, what a guy. This is actually really good content, my friends. Check it out. Give it a thumbs up, man. This guy's blasting. This video is longer than the time I've spent playing Diablo 4 this season. Oh, 8 minutes! Good for the algorithm. Rest in pepperoni, man. The last time I'm beating that dead horse. Jesus. Yeah, man, this video is like very well put together, man. He nailed it also with the Luna event, man. Man, people were so hyped for this, and then 10 minutes, most of them were done. It's also really hard to kind of strike the right balance between making it like just accessible enough for players to finish it over like 2 weeks or whatever, and not making it too easy so you don't finish it in 10 minutes. But yeah. Again, man, like many of these points, like I 100% agree on. But let's be real, guys. Like when the expansion Vessel of Fate comes out, like if it costs 60 or 70 or anything like along those lines, I'm pretty sure like most or all of these people talking about these games here will buy it and check it out, man. Like, this is definitely, or hopefully, you know, puts Diablo for a lot more into the right direction. But there's some pretty cool stuff coming out. New class, maybe we'll get even some improvements, you know, to these skill trees in the expansion. They're working on an itemization system for the upcoming season. Well, we'll see. I mean, the expansion, like, I mean, the trailers and stuff always gets you super hyped. And yeah, we'll see if they'll deliver on it. Until then, I think this is some actually really good feedback made with a lot of comedy. And yeah, check out the video, my friends. Hope you enjoyed this overview. Take care. GG. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.